Stay here. I'm not going, and I'm never gonna go. Listen, I want to talk about dead memes. Memes that we have forgotten about, memes that we don't care about anymore because everyone's saying we're in a bear market and things like that, and why they're so important. They're more important than they ever have been before, and how we can get into them and make some money in the next coming months. But first, like and subscribe, turn on the push notifications as I give you videos like this every single day from beautiful places all around the world. And again, so I want to talk about memes. Man, there's a lot of dead memes out there. There's a lot of memes that people have forgotten about. Investors have, abandoned. And I'm scooping them up right now. And I feel weird. I feel absolutely insane for doing something like this. It feels like I'm throwing my money away. But I just feel like I've been here since like 2016, and whenever it's true. The saying is true. Like they you hear it all the time. When there's blood in the streets, buy it up, even if it's your own. And yeah, man, there's been a lot of blood in the streets, and some of it has been my own, but I've been here long enough to see that's so true, guys. The folks that bought in 2019 and 2020, they got rich for the most part in 2021, 2022. Folks that were buying in 2023, 2022, 2023, got rich at the end of the year in 2024 and in 2025. I know a lot of altcoins didn't pop off, actually a lot of them, all of them, very, very few didn't pop off like we thought they would, but some sectors did. Privacy coins, they popped off. AI had a great run. AI had an amazing run. We forget about the AI agent run. That was a really good run. I think, the Matt Fury meme coin explosion, that was fun. Some of those coins went to deca millions. And even the ones that didn't, that went to a few million, it's still pretty good. But there's been a couple of chains that really haven't popped off yet, like I think they're gonna pop off. And one of them is Sui. And I feel like the Sui memes, for the most part, have not popped off yet, especially the biggest one being Lofi. I'm buying Lofi. Lofi's at 0.007 cents, and at like a $6 or $7 million market cap. I think the high was like 24 cents. Man, I think Lofi's going to $1 still, and I've done videos about this back in the middle of this year, all summer long, and I still feel that way. I feel like we haven't yet gotten to the point where these coins are gonna, fulfill their potential. And coins like Lofi, like I talked about in the last video, they're posting every few hours on X. They have a lot of they have like some charity efforts going on. They're busy. And then they have a stockpile of interviews from the founder all over the internet from the last few months, and they're really poignant, nice interviews. I'm gonna go over a few of them in the live streams that I'll be doing here. And I've been taking some time to just look over my channel and to just kind of reassess where we're going in this market. I really had to just get off the the fast train of YouTube, because I drop videos, I go live all the time, and I just had to sit and think and sit with myself and be like, all right, Stayer, like what do you want? What do you want out of this market? You know, and I know the saying goes, you know, like Benjamin Cowan says, you trade the market that you're given, not the market you want, and I understand that. But sometimes we're in this thing for the market that we want. And the market that I want is a market that is going to reward me for being here, first and foremost. And it's happened to me in past cycles where just being here every day, I was able to jump on some really good opportunities. And I think it's going to happen again. And again, this channel is sort of a vlog. It's sort of my own journey. I mean, yes, I've gotten to be, even at, just 2,500 subscribers, a pretty, big high tier quote KOL. When I talk about coins they pump, for the most part, at least meme coins. And that's been great. It's been wonderful. But I really do feel that the best is yet to come. And no, this does not feel like the cycle has ended. And it's like, well, stay, or, get your like, come to grips with it, come to terms with it. The market's over. Like when the public tells you that a cycle is over with, or crypto is over with, bro, I mean, it's going to go the other way. It's going to go up and to the right, because these are people that can't make sound business decisions in their regular life. These are people that you don't want to take financial advice from. And so, I mean, think about it. I mean, I'm here in Bariloche, Argentina. I've moved my family from a very comfortable multi-acre ranch in Southern California to now we're in Argentina. And I've been to Chile, been to Argentina, and looking for, a new ranch, a new place to call home. Why? Because I can kind of see down the road the struggles that America is about to go through. And I am going to be streaming about this more. I'm going to be streaming for longer, and talking about crypto, but also about, the state of America, state of just the global economy, and things that we're seeing, developments that are just going to change everybody's life. No one's going to escape this change. And why not make the moves now? So while I was able to leave the U.S., because I do believe there's a time when you will not be able to leave the U.S. It'll be that bad, because they'll need to keep you as a consumer. And so people leaving the U.S. will be very detrimental to the economy. So they need you there to circulate the money. So while I that's just my opinion, but while I feel like I was able to leave in this short window of time, I did it. I did it last May, and I've been in Baja for 3 months. I've been in Chile for 2 or 3 months, and now we're here in Bariloche, Argentina, which is just an amazing place. And this was our final destination. We always thought we'd want to live here, from living in California and studying it, but we never thought it would be this nice. It's so amazing. It's beyond our wildest dreams. And I'll get into that more on streaming, but I feel like this is a very small window in time again, just like it was for me to get out of California, with all the high taxes and all this stuff. I think there's a very small window to get rich in crypto. I think it's almost over. And I think the last little bits here of the next couple of years is the window. And I do believe, I'm also a Bitcoin maxi. I do believe Bitcoin is the way to go. And honestly, I could shorten this video up right now and say just stack Bitcoin. Don't even mess with meme coins. But I'm sort of a degen, you know. I really like uh, partnering with meme coins. I really like being a part of teams on meme coins. I like trading them. I like checking the charts. I like the communities. It's fun. It's like starting up brands, or it's like following a brand. And so um, I'll probably and honestly, I think meme coins are gonna stick around, and they're gonna be a lot like how Bitcoin's sticking around and Ethereum's gonna stick around, and Chainlink and Solana. The top coins are gonna stick around, and then 99% of this market's probably gonna fall away, in the next little bit, and but meme coins will always have a place. I really do feel that way, and I think memes you actually could and get in on some of these while they're low, and just hold for the next 5, 6, 7 months to a year, and come out with 100 X's and beyond. And Lofi's one of them. I think Charlie on bass is one of them. I think Mr. Nice on Soul is one of them. And I'm gonna go into those in depth on stream. I'm just kind of just sharing my thoughts right now, guys, because I'm just reconnecting, because I'm getting back to the essence of this channel, where if you go back and look at my channel from the beginning, it was on my ranch in Southern California, just chilling and out in nature, or out back porch, front porch, out by my cows and sheep and stuff like that, and pigs, and just talking shop, talking crypto, as if it is one of the most influential and transcendent financial markets ever to exist. And just because prices are low and the market is down, I don't think it takes away any value of where we are at currently as we stand here in this world, wherever you may be. And so, there's some serious opportunities out there. And honestly, outside of meme coins, also you got AI. AI, is going to have another leg. I'm buying Talbot like crazy. Which is the DEX on BitTensor, which is going to be one of the leading AI coins. I think it has another big leg coming. I haven't sold any of my Cetus back on Sui. I haven't sold any of my Cetus, which is also another DEX on Sui, and I think that's going to explode. I think the key right now is to not give up on your conviction plays. I think the key right now is to prepare for surprises, prepare for things to go unexpectedly, because right now the unexpected move is up and to the right. That's the unexpected move. You know what I mean? The unexpected move of the last few months was going down like we did, like we are. So, we really should understand that maybe we got carried away. Maybe we realized that liquidity was not yet here in the market, and that we shouldn't have expected things to go ballistic, and like right now, or during 18 months past the Bitcoin halving in October. Maybe we were wrong there. Maybe, I don't know, but I think over time we'll be proven right, because liquidity is going to start flooding into crypto, and then what's going to happen there is memes are going to start going crazy, altcoins are going to start going crazy, and this is the time to get in on them, is now. Because once stuff starts moving, it's already halfway done. That's the thing about crypto. Once things start moving, by the time you get your shit together, the move is already 50 to 75% done. before it starts, by the time it starts getting reported on, by YouTubers, by finance people and stuff like that, the move is already 75% done. So you're only going to get 25% of that move if you're not already in these things. Now, if you're already in, you can be wealthy. You can get some things going, but I know that enough. I mean, I know this enough to say I have to bite the bullet. I have to hunker down, get disciplined, and be here and start DCAing into things. And things may go down, from here for the temporary, but they will swing upward. Eventually, I'll be in profit. And you're like, well, Stayer, that sounds like you're a freaking degen. Sounds like you're an absolute gambler. Well, I don't go to the casino. I don't drink, really. I don't smoke. I'm just a chill dude from South Jersey. Not to say I've done those things in the past, but I've been the most focused I have ever been in my entire life. And credit is to God and also my family and also this move that I've made. I've traveled, I've taken my family to the other side of the world, to another whole continent and a whole nother atmosphere, it feels like here. I mean, we're heading in this summer right now. It's going to be winter. It's winter right now where I used to live. And now we're going in the summer here. I recommend you guys, if you're on the fence about something like making a big change in your life, to go and do it immediately, because my life has completely changed. I've never been so confident. I've never had so many opportunities open up. I've never had so many people come into my life that I barely know the language they're speaking, yet they want to be a part of what I'm doing and want to be a part of, adding to my life, and in turn, I want to do that with them. I've met directors of schools here, people in mom and pop style businesses here in Bariloche to, higher corporate guys. And, they speak a little bit of English and I speak a little bit of Spanish, but we're going to be doing business. And outside of crypto. And also this country is so pro crypto. I'm amazed. I'm amazed by it. In fact, I have an opportunity to buy land that's going to be used by farmers using a coin, a land share style coin. I know there's a coin out there called land share, but that's not what I'm talking about. But I will be doing a video on it once I'm invested. But I've had, and then on the other hand, I've accumulated a ton of haters, which you just got to put in the gas tank. They burn like fuel. It's really incredible. And I was initially worried about that when I started this channel. Like, well, if I start really gaining momentum, I get a bunch of people just hating on me for no reason and having bad comments against me and stuff like that. Bro, that's more weight on the bar, bro. I am just, but put more weight on and don't touch the bar. I'm going to do a few more reps. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of mindset that I have now. And I'm working with incredible people. And so I think this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I know we joke around a lot. I know, we poke fun at a lot of stuff. And my live streams are a lot of fun. And we'll continue to do that. I mean, that's just who I am, but we are going to make some serious money on this channel. Of course, not financial advice, but you're going to see some moves that I'm going to make, and you're going to see me benefit, much like you've watched me benefit with a lot of Mac Fury coins over the last summer. We've done very well with those. And even though I left a lot of money on the table with a couple of them, I've still done very, very well. And I plan on doing well um, again in 2026. And I don't think much is going to happen towards the end of the year, by the way, guys. Now's the time to protect your money and just DCA little bits in the things that you really care about, like just some of these coins I've mentioned that I'll go into more depth in other videos. But this is really the time to reflect, to plan, to get ready for a push. Position yourself, because right now I feel like I'm in the best position I've ever been in my entire life. In my entire life, guys. And I hope you come along with me on the journey. I know I've talked about my Discord dropping for months and months. I've been so pleased with, hanging out on Telegram and YouTube that I'm like, how can I do more? But I'm about in position to do more. I got my sons, learning Streamlabs and all these, YouTube and all this other stuff too. And they're young, and I'm excited to watch them grow with things. So I'll have help. Um, and I still have a business. I still have a business in Southern California, and I've realized that since this move and the money I've saved by not paying, having to pay property tax and high water bills and high electricity bills and high food bills and high feed bills for my animals and, fencing costs and roofing and all those things, that I've been able to, give raises to some people that work for me and put people in positions to help me run my business from another continent. And they're thriving. And now, I've realized that a lot of my competition has gone out of business since May. Since May. A lot of my freaking, competitors, I've realized are going out of business. Why? Because we're making calls. I have an office where we're making calls to prospects, and they're like, you know what? No one's called us in months. Yeah, come out for a bid. Or they're calling us and saying, hey, we have a proposal from like 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, we thought we'd be able to get somebody in here for a bid, and then we forgot you guys bid. Can you come back in and rebid? Because there seems like there's no businesses around. Guys, America's in trouble. It's very costly to do things in California. And, if you're seeing things where you are and you're wondering, is this only happening to me? No, bro. No. Um, there's a huge interest system in the US where it's crushing people, and so we gotta make these moves now in crypto while we can to help our families and to make a better way, and so yeah, so right now, memes, I love talking about them. There's nothing really hot happening right now that I would, say that's really I could direct you to, other than getting great positions in Charlie, MNice, low fee. These are the three that I'm DCAing into right now, and because I think they're gonna pump soon, and if I have some more that I'm gonna DCA into, because I'm gonna be looking at a lot of stuff, I'll let you know, or you can see it live as I do that live on YouTube, and I'll also be streaming simultaneously on Twitch and Kick. So that's been an upgrade on my streaming lately that I've worked on. So that's going to be pretty cool. And there's one more thing. My members. There's gonna be a lot more member perks and things, and on YouTube and Twitch and Kick. So look out for that. Join that, because we're going to be locking a lot of the chats, you know, so we can talk. You know, we actually have people that want to be here, talk, and I have these randoms, you know, coming in talking about farts and dicks and, you know, all you know, I mean, we can joke about that, but, you know, I don't want anyone that I don't know coming in and talking about it. So, guys, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. Look alive. Don't be upset. Don't be down. Just because the market's down, doesn't mean things are bad. Okay? No, I wouldn't say go and short the market or do anything like aggressive right now, because and it can go either way from here. And I'm not going to be sitting here telling you, acting like I know where it's going to go. But I can tell you what I'm doing, and I can tell you what I'm getting into that's, you know, relatively low risk. You know, again, Charlie, you know, Mr. Nice, you know, in terms of meme coins, Lofi, you know, Dexes, you know, Cetus, Talbot. Cetus is so low right now. You know, so yeah, guys, that's about it. That's about it for right now. But like and subscribe, turn on the push notifications. I will be live streaming a little later on. See you later.